among the mountains, where Virginia's rivers run, where a boy learns the hunter's ways beneath the rising sun. I carried a long rifle through the valleys and the rain, and learned the sound of freedom before I ever knew its name. She was an old flintlock companion with a barrel shining bright, a faithful friend beside me through the darkness of the night. I gave her a name to honor a memory close and true, and from that day I called her Little Ann, for the one I carried with me through. Oh, Little Ann was a rifle with a barrel shining bright and true. When Little Ann spoke through the black powder smoke, she struck a mighty blow for liberty. Through Virginia's mountain trails to Kentucky's wilderness land, she stayed beside me like a trusted friend and hand. In 1777 came the days the settlers knew, when the Ohio frontier thundered and the danger often grew. The bloody sevens tested every cabin, fort, and trail. Every hunter watched the tree line, every family knew the tale. The forest held their secrets, the nights were cold and long, but the frontier men stood together when the danger came along. At Harrod's Station and the lonely forts where the settlers made their stand, Little Ann was there beside me as we guarded Kentucky's land. Oh, Little Ann was a rifle with a barrel shining bright and true. When Little Ann spoke through the black powder smoke, she struck a mighty blow for liberty. At Boonesboro's wooden wall, the rifles answered through the air, when the frontier stood together against the dangers waiting there. The hunger and the hardship could not break the men who stayed, for they carried more than weapons, they carried homes they made. Then came the call from Carolina, where Ferguson made his stand, and the Over-Mountain men came riding with their rifles in their hands. Across the hills and valleys, through the cold October rain, they marched toward King's Mountain, where they'd write their name. Oh, Little the barrel shining bright and true. When Little Ann spoke through the powder smoke, she struck a mighty blow for liberty. King's Mountain stood before them beneath the autumn sky, where mountain men and loyalists met and neither side would fly. The smoke rolled through the timber, the battle raged all day, and the rifles of the frontier helped drive the fight away. When the echoes finally faded and the battlefield grew still, the story of those mountain men was carried past the hill. From Virginia to Kentucky, through the years and battles won, the memory of those frontier days would shine like morning sun. Oh, Little Ann was a rifle with a barrel shining bright and true. Virginia to Kentucky's frontier flame, the old woods still remember Little Ann's name. A rifle is iron and wood until a story gives it a name. Little Ann.